Hi guys, it's Lade. So today I'm going to talking about the cultural patrimony. So guys, when we're talking about culture, first of all, the first thing we're thinking about is like a music and dance, guys. The black culture is so huge, it's extremely huge. When we're talking about the black culture, we're also talking about a black tradition, ceremonial, all the ceremonial, there is so many, and all the rituals, there is so many rituals, like we all practice in Africa. So the black culture is so huge. And I think for you personally, it's really important to know about your cultural ancestral, and really important to teach the new generation about your cultural patrimony. So why talking about the cultural patrimony, guys, is something matter. So first, it's matter because it's a part of your identity, if you want it or not. And second is because it's your matriarchal and your patriarchal patrimony. So matriarchal patrimony, we're talking about the feminine side. Matriarchal is the part of your mom's side. It's your mom heritage. And patriarchal, we're talking about the masculine side. So it's the side of your father patrimony. So it's really important, it's really matter, again, just because it's a part of your identity, it's a part of your mother and your father identity. It's not just even about your father and your mother. It's all your family and all your family background. It's about your grandmother, your grandfather. It's about everyone. It's about your family identity. It's about your family costume. It's about your family tradition. It's about your family knowledge. It's about your family knowledge, and how you guys share the knowledge and keep your cultural knowledge and perpetuate your cultural knowledge in your family. I found like now in the 21st century, knowledge is a power, and knowledge is one of the key, will bring you self-love first and will bring you happiness. Try to be interested about your culture, seriously guys, because there is nothing else, nothing like, example for myself, I always knew like from my family I'm not going to have any patrimony because my family is not like that rich, and now I always knew in my head, I always knew like in my heart, the only patrimony I'm going to get from my family was the cultural patrimony. And I think the cultural patrimony is one of the most amazing things that all human beings can get in life, because it's something so deep. It's not something like you can be like a touch. It's something like a spiritual. It's something you share. It's something you share with your children, you share with your sister, you share with your auntie. It's like a knowledge. It's that knowledge, that knowledge everyone know in your family about the costume, about the tradition, about the ritual. It's so deep, that knowledge is so, there is nothing else can buy that knowledge. I think the cultural patrimony is the most amazing thing, like all human beings should try to know and try to keep it. Recently I just like wake up like suddenly, seriously. I always knew like the cultural heritage was really something really strong in my life. It was something I always been like interesting for, but right now that subject is something really important to me, and I think it's really important to share with people as well, because 1 week ago I lost one of my cousins, and it was like really was a shock, seriously. It was a shock for everyone. No one could expect like it will like unfortunately die like that. And I don't know what's happened to me, but this week I just try to know a lot of, I just try to know like a lot of things about my culture and some stuff like that, because also I was in the phone with one of my cousin. We was talking about with the cousin we lost, and she was saying like now it's it's the coronavirus. She live in Europe, she live in France, in Paris. I am here in London, and she was saying like it's really difficult right now because many things is closed, and she say I need to buy like some houses, and I need to buy like some costume for him, you know. And I asked her, but why you need to buy that? And she say like you forgot about the tradition, the custom in the family. We need to buy like some clothes for that person die. We need to buy, you know, if it's a woman, you need to buy like some dress, some skirt, or whatever. If it's like a guy, you need to buy like some trousers and some skirt. And she was saying like it's because of her tradition, buying like some clothes for the person die. It's because they will put that in the fall. So on that moment, I just realized that I didn't know like much about my own like tradition, and about my own like a custom. I mean, I know it, but it was like somewhere in my mind also. That made me remember like when I was to live in my parents, and unfortunately when we was hearing like someone died, and I remember my parents was buying like some like African tissue, like really expensive tissue, and to send in Africa because they need to put in the fall. So it's really important, seriously, that that moment I was starting to speak with my cousin make me realize again I didn't know nothing about my own culture. And also I remember when I was like much younger, a lot of my friends start to be like married around like 20 years, and I remember one of my best friends, she was married, and when I been to that reading, I remember my own dress. I was swearing like an Indian like a dress, amazing Indian dress, like a sari, the sari one, you know, red with the top and with all that tissue in my shoulders. So it was really like a beautiful. And on that time of my life also, I was wearing like some extension. I remember I got like this jewelry in my head. So it was really beautiful, and I really enjoyed that moment of my friend reading. So it's just to say like even on that moment in my life when I was like a 20, seriously, I was dreaming about other culture. You know what I'm saying? Like I was dreaming about other culture, and I was saying like to myself as well, one day if I'm going to be married, I remember that I was always saying like one day if I'm going to be married, I want to be dressed like Indian, like a Indian married. So it's just to say like how crazy it is, and how like incredible it is, because we don't realize, seriously, we don't realize. And I think it's not us first. I think you can dream about other culture. It's not a problem about that. There is nothing bad about that. You can learn about somebody else's culture and you can love that culture. But I found like for myself, it was like, I mean, before I didn't realize it's something I did, you know, about my friend culture, because they was like invite me on some like a reading. So I was seeing like all them costume and all that powerful and amazing color. So I was dreaming about that, and I was like seeing them doing like some ritual and some prayer. They was praying in some way as well. So I was really dreaming about my friend culture, my northern friend culture, and seeing like all like this beautiful Indian woman with all that dress on some like movie make me dream as well. So it's just to say like, you know, we always dream about somebody else's culture. Again, there is nothing bad about that. But I think first of all right now, especially right now, I think with the life and with the experience life, you're getting much close to your family. And right now I just realized like my parents, they're not like as like younger. So I try to know a lot about my culture, seriously, about my culture is so important, because I think I can still learn online, but it's much better to learn right now because my parents are still in life, so I wanna, speak with them. And so now my phone is completely different. My phone is not like before, so if I'm going to be married now, I'm not going to swear like any like Indian or Moroccan like a dress or something like that. It's not because I don't love them anymore, but it's because I learned enough and I really appreciate, I really enjoy my own culture. It's so deep, it's really deep culture, it's amazing culture. Obviously I come from Africa, so Guinea-Bissau, West Africa. It's a Portuguese colonized, but I'm not speaking Portuguese, I speak another languages. So in my culture, for example, when someone going to be married, so the being married is something extremely important, it's something extremely deep. So it means you're going to be married, but it's forever, it's for all your life. It should be for all life. There is not split, you cannot divorce or something like that. It means like if something wrong with your husband, the family going to manage and to arrange that. So I learned that, And also I learned like if someone die, like my cousin, unfortunately, we really believe like someone never really died. So it means your body is not here anymore in that earth. But your soul, we say like your soul is not dying, your soul is never dying, your soul is here, it's on the nature, it's on the water, it's on the fire, your soul is on the tree. It's so beautiful, seriously, it's so beautiful, it's amazing. And also I just discovered, what I'm saying, like I just discovered like because we got like so many ethnicity in my country, so some people, we call them, it's like, so we call them the people of light. So I found like it's so beautiful, seriously. But I learned like so many things like that, so many things. It's so deep. It's not something like you're going to learn at school, because at school obviously what we learn is about the culture of other. It depends where you are. It depends if you like in Europe, it depends if you like in America, it depends if you like here in UK, but we learn about the culture of other. Again, there is nothing bad about that, but the culture is other, it's not mine. So, it's really important, seriously, for the new generation, and there is no price, there is nothing can buy your culture, your ancestral culture. Seriously, guys, it's so important. For example, we all got like that necklace or maybe that earring, like the cowrie shell necklace. So it's so important to know about the significance about stuff. So the significance about stuff is mean like everyone experiment, as I say, that necklace or maybe some earring with the cowrie shell. So, what is the cowrie? What does the cowrie mean in Africa and the African culture? And what is the significance of the cowrie in Africa? So first of all, guys, for all the people love the cowrie, you need to know that before in Africa, before the 21st century, that it was not like that. It was not on that time. It was not like money, like everywhere, even in Europe too. It was not like a money. So before the 21st century, the cowrie shell was like a money. It was like a transaction money between people. And that stayed for really a long time. So people was using the cowrie shell like a transaction money for many years. So it was really important to have a cowrie shell, because people were saying like, if you have some cowrie shell, it means like you are someone really prosper, and you are someone got like a really like a powerful as well, just because you have like some cowrie shell. So it was really easy for them to use the cowrie shell to do some transaction and to pay some stuff that was all stuff they need. So I was using that because it was much easy for them, because all the cowrie shell was the same tall, was the same weight, and was the same format. So it was much easy for them to use that, because it was much easy like to count. And also some people were saying like, if you like someone who feel like really attractive about like the cowrie shell, so it was meaning like you someone who really connected with all like stuff with the water. You was like really connected with the ocean, and you was really connected with all like a divinity and soul. For example, some people was still use the cowrie shell to do like some clairvoyant. So the cowrie shell is something so strong in Africa. There is so many significances, seriously, so many significances. It's just to say, guys, like sometimes you don't realize, but it doesn't. Sometimes it's not even like evidence. Like, it's so important to know about your culture. That example of cowrie shell, seriously, everywhere in the world, especially in America, everywhere in the world, the cowrie shell is like used right now in the 21st century. Everyone uses the cowrie shell doing like some jewelry. We use the cowrie shell everywhere, doing like some clothing as well. And the cowrie shell is one of the most shell used in the world. Before, the cowrie shell was something really like exotic, but after that it's become really fashionable, and it's become really like a bohemian. We're talking about cowrie shell, and we're talking about jewelry. So that cowrie shell come from Africa. It's a part of the African culture. So it's just to give you some evidence, like example. It's so important, seriously, because I'm sure some of you don't know, and some of you got like so many like a jewelry with the cowrie shell, like a necklace and earring, even like a ring, and I'm sure some of you don't know. So it's just to say how important the culture is, how important. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. I hope you really enjoyed that subject. Really, if you found like the culture matter, and it has responsibility to teach and to share her culture with the new generation, just put me that in the comment. And if you got any strong heritage, any strong patrimony, cultural patrimony by your family, you can just share that in the comment too if you love. Thank you. I hope you really enjoy it. If you enjoy that subject, just put your thumb up, and if you want to hear about my next subject, just subscribe right now. Thank you so much. I send you a lot of love, and I kiss you. See you next time. Bye.